Hello, everyone. Oh, hey! I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Long time no see. DM me. I feel like I haven't worked with you in a while. So hello, everybody. Queens of Production is here. We are so excited for our last IG Live talk that we have cooking up. Hey! Amazing, like we always have done with at least this season, this spring season of our IG Live talks. I really was having to focus on a lot of showrunners, executive producers, or people that kind of hone their own. So I'm really excited for our last IG Live talk guest. Pretty much if you are like really into the Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, Chasing reality franchise on YouTube, you probably know this camp. I'm so excited for the owner, producer, editor, founder, all the things of the Chasing reality franchise, and Dario Abrams. I am so juiced to hear his story because I watch myself, so we're gonna be getting some fan little questions because I watched Chasing Dallas, the new season, and I watched Chasing Atlanta, as well as just getting tips and bids of like, if you are like how we are in Hollywood and the strike happening, DEIs being taken away or being mixed up, a lot of shows not being greenlit on the higher level, a lot of people are going back to the basics, going to film festivals, doing their own projects. And I think with Dario's story and him really being able to explain how he's been able to make this a franchise, because literally if you watch a Chasing Dallas episode, immediately when an episode drops, that the viewers be like 40,000 to almost 100K within 48 hours. So I want to dive into how you can be able to build your own fan base, your own audience, and really monetize it and captivate it into a bigger level into streaming platforms like YouTube. And I know he's probably going to get up there with the Netflixes and up there. So I am really going to be so tapped in. Get your pens and paper ready because every IG Live talk that we have is gems and tips and bids that can help you with your production journey. So let me see if I can go ahead. Oh, thank you for the follow. I will actually give a couple of announcements before we dive in, because once we dive in, I kind of sometimes always forget. But the first announcement that we have, pretty much after when we finish the IG Live talks, we have opened up our mentorship program. So if you're looking for a mentor, specifically with me for now, I have over 9 years experience in production. If you're looking for a mentor for either your like story production journey, producing specifically in the field or in post-production, want someone to cheer you on throughout like kind of your in-between stages, how to network when you're not working, because that is a big thing, I am definitely here for you. So if you're looking for a mentor, we do have our Queen of Story mentorship spring session in and open. So if you are looking for a mentorship, looking for guidance, go into the bio. It will immediately take you to the application. Make sure you thoroughly fill out the application. So make sure you have an updated resume. Make sure you have the videos and everything and the questions specifically, because I will read those. You have over a month to get it done. So it is due by May 3rd, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the West Coast. Okay, so May 3rd is the deadline to fill out the Queen of Story mentorship program. If you have any questions, because I know it's a very in-depth application, DM me. I'm usually available, especially that stuff has been slowing down a little bit. I've been available on social medias. So definitely DM me. I am usually out and about, but I can give you the questions that you need. Now, if it's something scripted, I know some people that are in that world, but I'm not of that world, okay? So I can't really vouch and things like that for that. But if it's unscripted, I pretty much have a hold on that experience. So again, a lot of people, I know that it's been hard for you to like really get into the groove of your journey, and hopefully with this mentorship we can be able to get you on. But without further ado, I am so excited for our special guest, so let me go ahead and add him. It goes in. Let's see. If not, I probably have to do an invite to join. Okay, I did the invite. Let's see if it works. Okay, did it work? Did it work? Okay, did a little wave. Let's see if it joins again. Right. Let's see if it works. Sometimes this thing be in and out, but hopefully it works. Oh, it worked!
Hi!
I'm so excited!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How
Oh,
you
I'm so
doing?
excited. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you are amazing, wonderful. We hear you. It looks like the skin is glowing. Aloe vera is popping, okay? Summer is here. We outside. Well, I am so excited for our last special guest. Listen, this was pre-planned, okay? Because I know with time, very respectful, okay? So this was planned months in advance.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I am not only a fan from the audience side, but I am a fan from the post-production side. So we are not only going to be asking questions all about the Chasing Reality franchise for you, but your specific like journey and also how you made this a franchise, and as well as other things that we'll tap into. So
Okay.
tell us, like, first of all, what made you decide to really become a storyteller? And I know with, like, I don't know if you're originally from Atlanta or originally from the South, but tell us your journey and tell us, like, specifically what made you get into producing or, like, in the creative world.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Abrams for the people that don't know.
Yes.
Born in Atlanta, Georgia. Been in Atlanta, Georgia, 29 years of my life.
Wow.
Yes.
Native.
Yeah. So, when it came down to storytelling, well, it started off honestly with just video editing, like we have to go all the way back, taking a church CD and like, importing it to Windows Movie Maker
Yes.
and going to paint and then just drawing stick figures just to match like what the artist is singing. That's how I started off with, visually telling stories through editing and stuff like that.
Right.
Fast forward to now, didn't even think that, I would be doing a reality show with the co-creator at the time for Chasing Atlanta to now building this entire franchise that we have now called Chasing Reality LLC. So,
Yes.
I mean, it has always been in my blood, I feel like. Just growing up, I always wanted to be on the computer, editing, creating content.
Yeah.
I also created my own personal YouTube things before I started doing Chasing Reality. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And so for you, like, before the franchise even came about, I always love to figure out where was the world or where were you in the world at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So where were you at that moment when it made you kind of decide, like, there needs to be a franchise, like, for us? Like, of course, we were looking in the world of Love and Hip Hop. Shout out to Mama Scott and Carlos King with Real Housewives of Atlanta franchises. But what made you decide, like, there's something missing, like, and it's something missing that maybe I need to start this canvas?
Absolutely. So, Love and Hip Hop was like my favorite reality show. Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I am a Housewives fan, but I can tell you more about Love and Hip Hop than Housewives.
I agree because I feel like out of the two, I was a VH1 girl. Like, once Atlanta had its franchise and it stepped off and it had the CBJ and Mimi, that whole storyline and Jocelyn, oh, you had me hooked between that and Making the Band.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when it came down to that show, I just love how organic it was, and I can see that in a more LGBTQ perspective.
Yeah.
So if you notice, like how the earlier seasons, it kind of give like how Love and Hip Hop moves and stuff like that, because I was inspired by that. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. And so, where did you feel like, and we could even say for Love and Hip Hop, where do you feel like you were like, there's a particular scene that made you want to be like, I need to produce something like this for our, because I'm also bisexual too, for our community. Yeah.
I don't think it was a particular scene. It was just always, oh, get down, Bella. It was always, I'm sorry. It was
No,
always, it was always just like how you can see the Black reality world in Atlanta, and I wanted to see that in our community. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, before Chasing Reality, I was making like my friends do like a Love in Georgia State. And I mean, those videos are still on YouTube. So I mean, I was inspired by how reality shows were working back then.
Yeah.
To where like now we're doing it and it's like, okay, we're doing this with a purpose with our community. So
Wow.
yeah.
And so give me the foundation, the first episode, the first season, like the first idea of a show concept for this franchise to begin. And what was the highs and lows of that? Because I know it's like, what is that one show that you want to be that stamp for your franchise?
Yes. So you mean like the highs and lows of
the beginnings, like you
Atlanta?
had a small team, maybe a few talent that was gonna ride or die for you.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So
yes.
I mean, season one, episode 1, Chasing Atlanta. Let's talk about it. So the very first scene that we ever filmed was the kickback party. So we invited the cast that we wanted, along with like some extra people, you know, just to fill in the gaps or whatever, just to really make it a good, like, you know, reality scene, right? So picture it. So we're doing it and, you know, we're just, you know, just testing it out, like just seeing how people are reacting with each other. And we're just going to film, like, you know,
like a little
so that way we can,
chemistry test.
Yeah. Just come up with a cute, like, storyline, you know, to go with it or whatever. Only 3 of them stayed, which is your Lauren, Cameron, and Devon. Everybody else was just,
that started?
It was, I think we had 7, 8.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. So once that scene finished, it was just like, most of them was just like, well, I don't know if I'm really interested in doing this, all of the stuff, X, Y, and Z. So it's just like, okay, well, boo. But we kept 3. So we was just, you know, building some stories off of them while we go and find some other people, which is Lyric London, Akeem, and Sky Valentine. So once they all came together and we concocted this story, we was able to create a nice season 1 of Chasing Atlanta.
Wow. And so tell me, for you, like, once you completed that season 1, how did you feel? Because, of course, even as a producer and in production, talent, your fans, as it started to grow, the challenges get higher, the talent starts to get a little rougher. So tell me, like, some of, like, that season 1, like, woof moment, and maybe give me the question of, like, what would you have done different, or would you have done anything different in season 1?
Absolutely. So season 1 was very, like, I mean, of course, this is our first time doing something like this. We're going off of what we see on TV now. Yeah. So it's like, we're trying to figure out exactly, you know, are we doing this right or what? And of course, like, nobody's getting paid. We're just, you know, just trying to make something happen, because the purpose is we do want to create a reality show for our community.
Right.
So there was a lot of challenges, like, especially when filming. Like, I know we had a cast trip to the cabins. There was a lot of issues with that.
It always gotta be the group trips.
Always. It's always to just shake everything up.
Yeah.
To just shake everything up. So just a lot of hiccups with the production side and the casting side and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, the only way we were able to overcome it is just, you know, just telling our cast members, like, believe. Like, once we put that first episode out, I kid you not, the first month we hit 70,000 views. And so by then we felt like we had a hit. So we had to, of course, keep going and going and going. So, yeah. So after that first season of Chasing Atlanta, I felt like, even though the reunion ended off pretty crazy,
right?
I felt like, you know, we had something and we had to keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so, okay. So then going into your new season, what were some things that was strong in season 1 that you carried over? And what were some things that you were like, okay, let's try something new? Because again, as we're coming from a bigger spectrum, as these seasons go, social media is starting to be more on the forefront. The content creator monetization starts to kind of be more on the forefront. And Hollywood and things like that are not nurturing talent like they used to.
Yeah.
So as we have that bigger scale kind of going in, and we're looking at social media and YouTube and all that stuff at the forefront, where was you and where was that elevation in the new season? The next season?
So from season 1 to 2, I guess the elevation here would be, like, we wanted to make sure our quality was up to par. So we do know that on the first season, there was a little hiccups with, like, the audio, maybe the visual quality, maybe even the storytelling as well. Like, some people would get confused at, like, how this happened versus this, X, Y, and Z. So definitely had to, like, you know, strengthen those 3 things when we come into our next season.
Yeah.
Again, like, like I said, I was a fan of Love and Hip Hop, so I continued to watch, as the seasons went on, how they did things, different locations and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just to get some type of inspiration so that way we can do better. We also had to enhance our security when it came down to reunions because our first season reunion wasn't, well, it ended up pretty, pretty crazy.
Mm.
And so did our second one, but we had security at that time. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
we just had to pretty much just elevate in different areas to make the show quality look better overall.
And so now we're kind of getting into, okay, we're going from one city, now we're going to branch off into another. And so what made the team decide, okay, now we have a fan base, now we have a family, because I feel like audience is family, because it's gonna be that one cousin that's gonna tell you they ain't gonna like it, and it's gonna be your mama that's gonna love it. So what made you decide to transition into a new city? And I think at that time, like, what city were we in that first season? Like, specifically, I think
Excuse me.
we were going back and forth because I feel like you were like Dallas, then Atlanta, then now we got like
Yeah,
other states from back and forth.
so we picked up Dallas. Shout out to Reese G at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We picked up Chasing Dallas. Chasing Dallas came about after the first season. After Reese had did the reunion for the first season of Atlanta, he hit us up and he was like, I think you should bring this to to Dallas.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, cool. So,
What made it decide? Like, he just was looking at the crowd, looking at the scene, and it was just like, baby, you need to bring
I think it was that, but also me quickly saying yes, because if we can do this in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure that we can do this in Dallas. I think it was just more of like a trust thing, like, okay, well, you did this reunion, you asked to do this reunion, and like you did so well with it. I feel like you can honestly bring this to Dallas based off your resume, things that you have done in the past, stuff like that. So that's why I trusted him to bring us Chasing Dallas. And so, yeah.
Wait, well, then the question is, why not Houston out of Dallas? Because I feel like the scene.
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody in Houston. I really don't. I mean, if somebody.
I'm from LA, so when I'm like hearing people that are from out there, like from Texas specifically, like the scene, Houston, Dallas, a lot of traffic.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah.
Would you ever consider, okay, if we were to ever circle back and doing a new season in another city for like a special or doing like something, would Houston be in the question?
Well, I mean, here's your exclusive. I mean, I was asked to, possibly do like a Chase in Houston, but, make it really short because I was like, I could see it happening maybe like, 5 episodes, maybe 6.
I mean,
just to see what it gives.
Is in, so you can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if the viewers are in and people are really like biting into Houston, then we can, invest in some more seasons and episodes and things like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm kind of doing with Orlando here because I mean, Orlando is now my 4th city. Atlanta has had 6 seasons, and so I wanted to branch out and give another city a chance. So,
but I feel like you also did LA too, right?
Yeah, we had 2 seasons of Chasing LA.
How was that?
That
experience.
So LA was pretty good. I mean, if you watch the show, I mean, it's a pretty catty cast, but it's
it's all of them. Okay, out of all the seasons, which one is the most crazy? LA, Dallas, or Atlanta?
I have to give it to Atlanta this last
season, baby, and we're gonna dive into this last season. The last season, and I watched the after show of your conversation with the producer team. Y'all did that. If it was on VH1, Mona would be proud.
Really?
Mona would be proud.
Wow.
Seriously. Like, I felt like I was watching, like, a Love and Hip Hop. Like, for real. No, like, seriously. Like, if I see Chasing Atlanta, like, or if I see the Chasing franchise, it has now felt like I'd rather watch y'all than watch Love and Hip Hop. No shade.
Really? No shade. I mean, because
the stories are just so
organic. I feel like with y'all,
like, it's organic. It's genuine. The relationships. I mean, you can sense it's produced, but out of now, especially that Love and Hip Hop, they just don't. You feel like they don't care about their cast anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and following through with the storyline, like from beginning to end. Like I cannot say, like, out of watching every single episode, that I would miss the storyline of each character.
Yeah.
Like I'm following through everybody, the sub characters, somebody that's on the phone, mama, cousin, whoever. Like you really have not only the talent, but the supporting talent, the family, the friends outside of that really be a threshold in it. And I love it. I give you your cute, like, kudos, your flowers, everything. Like you really have elevated it to be in competition with Love and Hip Hop. No shade.
I mean,
You're
well,
welcome.
honestly, I mean, we're bringing the real back into reality. I mean, like, it's about real life. We're not sitting here like trying to script, storylines and stuff like that. Well, I mean, some cast
You
members try to
can.
do that,
You
but
can. Not in
we
this.
really, but really, honestly, the mission of this platform is we're basically trying to show our true talent here. Like, we're trying to beat the stereotypes that a lot of people look at the LGBTQ community as, you know, and on top of that, like, you see reality TV now and it's not real. Like none of it is honestly real. Like most of this stuff is concocted and stuff like that. And then it's just like, well, or a conversation that they've had 6 months ago that now they're just reenacting. This is real life stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and then on top of that, like, and we'll really dive into it, is like most of your talent and people that are on the franchise are doing something and it's not produced. Like somebody got a business, or if they don't got a business, then it is exposed. Those that, care about their franchises, their brands, their businesses, like you see it on camera, full in effect, like the veil is off.
yes.
And so for you as a producer and your producer team, and even in the editing side, why is it so important for your talent to be real, to be genuine, and to really, because I know it's hard for the talent too to expose that on camera, and especially on a platform like this where they're not getting a VH1 or a Netflix check and things like that. So how do you as a producer keep that momentum of the belief, of the faith in your talent?
Well, like I said, our platform is called Chasing Reality. So we're here to basically showcase exactly what you're doing, whether you're a singer, whether you're an artist, like designer, fashion designer, banker, I'm just throwing out jobs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that's the purpose of this platform. Like, of course, we can reel in the drama, the entertainment, the fights, cattiness to get people to watch it. But you also want to put in what you actually do. Because when this is all said and done, all I want people to do is just get their followers, be able to promote their products, sell their products, get their streams up, get their albums purchased, all those type of things. That's what this platform is really designed for. Because, I mean, where else can we get it? So somebody got to do it. Exactly. So that's why my platform is here.
Wow. And so for you, I will say, which one's your favorite season that you produced?
Of what show?
I would say out of the whole franchise, what has been one of your favorite that you have loved working on from beginning to end?
Well, I only worked on Chasing Atlanta all the way through. Yeah. Atlanta and LA is pretty much ran by my other executive producers, Markel Logan and Quentin T. Harris.
Okay. So we'll do from the working side.
Okay, so from the
side?
Working side.
Yes.
So from the working side, let's see, Atlanta. I would say, what was the best season or the easiest season, right?
Yeah.
I would say probably season 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 5 to me was like a season of go big or go home. And so that's how I would label that season. Like we had a cast trip. Everybody was able to showcase their stories. I feel like the casting was pretty well done. Yeah. As far as the production team, everybody was like fully into it. So I feel like season 5 was probably that breakout season. If I were to, give this show to somebody or like a production company or whatever, I would say look at season 5. Yeah, so season 5 for me was probably the favorite working.
And so now, from an audience perspective, what would be your favorite? And this is from all the Chasing franchise, everything that's on that franchise. What would be your favorite, like your favorite franchise, like favorite subject or segment in your franchise, and why? From an audience perspective.
It's so many. You're saying like, probably like a scene or like a conversation that we may have had,
Yeah,
or just like a
we
show?
can go. We could go with a conversation first.
Okay, so more like an event. I would say season 5 of Chasing Atlanta, where episode 5, where Troy had his HIV awareness event.
Yeah.
I feel like that was very important to showcase, especially for our community, so people can be educated and also entertained and informed. Because again, that's really the purpose of our platform, is to showcase people that probably don't know much about our community, that what we actually do here and what we fight
Yeah.
for. So, yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so I would say my favorite was Tonka. And actually, Tonka was on the season. I did Legendary season 2.
Yes.
And so I was on the team for House of Balenciaga and Nina Arichi, but my other producer did Tonka. So I
Okay.
literally remember Tonka from that season. And
Yes.
when I saw him on Chasing Atlanta, I was like, oh,
Yes.
Tonka, what? I was like, see your storyline and to see and know, like, and that's why I say you really have elevated just the Chasing franchise, because seeing Tonka on Legendary, unfortunately, he was not able to tell his story, and I was
Yeah.
able to see him very more like quiet and like focused on the house.
Yeah, I
And so
remember.
seeing his story on Chasing Atlanta for the last season and seeing him blossom, I cried. I cried on that season, that scene when he was about to do his surgery. And
Yeah.
seeing, his family there, his boo by his side, and him saying, like, this is going to be a full transformation for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember Tonka used to, like, I was on set with you, like, and to see your story be told respectfully
Yeah.
and through, I think that was my favorite scene. But overall, like, the last season of Atlanta was a little spicy, but it
It
was
was
so good.
spicy, but
Woo!
I will say the stories, especially even Tonka's story, because I mean, I've definitely had conversations with her. That's her pronoun.
Yeah.
I've definitely had conversations with her. Like, we was in my green screen room. We were getting emotional with each other when she was opening up about, her weight loss journey and things of that nature, and just feeling more confident now. So, I mean, shout out to Tonka. Um,
Yeah.
she's doing big things now in DC. So,
Listen,
congratulations to
rapping, I
her.
didn't even know she could rap.
Yeah,
I didn't even know she had bars. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
whoa. And
yeah.
so, and that's my question for you now, because
Hmm.
as you said, with the Chasing franchise, it has now really elevated for every part of the business of the community. And
Yes.
I love the Chasing the Beat. Like, shout out to Oliver Twix, like
Shout out to
that music
Oliver.
element again made me feel like I was on TRL or like MTV Jams.
Yeah.
I was putting it in while I was over here mopping the floor and cleaning my house. I was like, yes. And some of the artists was good. They're like, I followed and like followed through. So
Yeah.
tell me, the future of the Chasing franchise. Like, is it something that you want to elevate, doing, music based content for the franchise, to even like business type things where you see them like with their business in an entrepreneurship focus base, even down to, maybe competition, but
Yeah.
where do you see the future of the
There's
franchise?
there's so many different things I want to do for the franchise. I mean, open up more cities, possibly competition shows, like you
Yeah.
said. Even like, music showcase, like more music showcase. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards that.
Mm.
So, especially now, I feel like now that we've had a total of what, 5 to what, 13 seasons in total of just all,
Yeah.
franchises.
Right.
Um, it might be time for a competition show. So who knows? We are
I'm
looking
ready.
for some sponsors and people to invest into it. So stay tuned. That's all I can say.
Listen, because you have so like enough talent.
Yes,
You have like the locations and like the story formats and everything. Like y'all's team, I know that y'all could think of so many out of the box things. So definitely, I could see definitely a competition show in y'all future.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Stay
Or a
tuned.
talk
That's all I can
show. I could
say.
see a talk show.
Yeah. I mean, well, we have the group chat,
Oh,
and that's
and
actually
tell us
something that,
about the group chat. So, what
yes.
made you decide to do the group chat, and how has that been going?
So originally we had a chasing chat where it was Reese, Shauna Brooks, Conscious Lee, and Derek Dammer. Shout out to them. But we decided to revamp it with Travis, George, Troy, and Darius,
Mm.
which makes it the group chat. So the group chat is pretty much, a show that pretty much talks about the weekly hot topics and also gives you funny commentary and opinions from the four people that you know from the Chasing shows. So group chat is typically filmed on Mondays, and then we air it on Thursdays before the new episode of Chasing Dallas
Yeah.
airs. So yeah.
Ooh, that leads me to your schedule. Okay.
Let's
So,
talk about it.
um, because with having all these shows, especially, let's kind of like really talk about it when you really get in that busy mode of having like, which we have Chasing Dallas on right now. I know the group chat will probably be following suit. So, what will be a typical like schedule for you for the week and when you're in edit mode?
Well, I
Do
mean,
you have time?
do I ever, honestly? But no, seriously, I edit everything that you see on the Chasing platform except for the Chasing the Beats.
Okay.
That's all fully Oliver, so shout out to him on that. But everything else that you see is fully edited by me, my control, my direction, all that stuff. It is very time consuming. It is very, very time consuming. I feel like half of the time my day goes by so fast because I'm at the computer staring and editing a lot of the clips, sounds, and everything else to make a quality show. So my schedule throughout the week, I mean, pretty much when I wake up, I might go to the gym, might not.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm going right to the computer. So I'm pretty much posting social media content slash getting started on the episodes. I edit Chasing Dallas in real time, meaning that every week I'm editing those new episodes. So if they are coming out late, it's because I'm still editing the episodes. So it's a lot. But I will say, I don't know if it's just God or what that gave me the patience because, honey, it is a lot and it does become stressful, but I'm able to manage it. So yeah.
I mean, the good thing is that you ain't got a bunch of other executive producers giving you no notes to do no crazy turnaround. So it's just
Yeah,
you.
So I mean, they trust me. So
Yeah, yeah. And so for your editing style,
yes,
what would you? Because from what I'm learning, especially being in post production, an editor has their style, a director has their style. Hell, some producers have their style.
yes.
What would you consider your editing style? Especially the Chasing Dallas one with this blueprint aesthetic. Oh,
It's cute, ain't it?
it's
It's
real
cute.
cute.
Well, shout out to Markel on that. He was the one that wanted to do a blue theme this season. So I was just like, okay, well, let me think. Like, I was pretty much just like, talking to him to see like what exactly his ideas are. Watch out, baby. My dog, excuse me.
That's okay.
Um, so he of course, like, he had the vision or whatever that he wanted for his season, and I
Yeah.
just pretty much applied it like how I saw it. He said, okay, I agree, cool. Oh, he's in the chat now, so cool.
Hey.
So every season, it really just depends on what the story is giving for me to really determine like how I want the theme to be. Now,
Mm.
especially when it also comes down to the cities as well. So like Dallas, I think of it as more like a fiery season.
Yeah.
So of course, like we're gonna throw some fire in there, but he wanted blue, so we're gonna make it blue.
Mm.
So
Well, then what made it like that blueprint? Like it really gave like, well, maybe it kind of gives that spiciness because I feel like I'm in like this transparency world. Like I'm
yeah.
in like warped into a vortex of craziness.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you have those like the Matrix background or whatever because it's taking you back to where when the cast initially started this season to now. So like
Mm.
all the drama and everything just coming out. So the theme of the season is choose your friends wisely. And
Right.
so with that, pretty much like you'll see as the season progresses, you'll see that there's a divide between the group.
Mm.
Um, so shout out to Markel on that for making an awesome season
Yeah.
5. And yeah.
Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking good. And so let's even take it back to Chasing Atlanta.
Yeah.
Let's take one of the seasons and let's talk about like what was the theme for that and what was the color scheme. Let's do the last season because that one was probably the most crazy.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. So
Let's talk
I
about the editing background and the theme, and like
yeah.
what made you lead to the theme and color schemes for that.
Absolutely. So, Chasing Atlanta Forever. Oh wow. I don't want
Which
to get emotional, but Chasing
I
Atlanta.
love the beginning. I love how you had the text messages and we were able to see you edit and like see you like I felt like it was like a
Oh, at
closing
the
chapter
end,
for
yes.
you.
Oh
Yes.
my God. Thank you
That
for.
was my favorite.
Oh,
See, that's where the post production came in because I saw that and I cried. I was
cause
like,
why? Cause why
"Oh,
nobody else
he's
got
closing
that?
the
And I'm just like,
day!" Oh,
why has nobody else got that? And I'm just like, wow. Like, okay. Like I told
because
my
they don't
producer.
because they're not in post production like me.
Exactly, exactly. Chasing Atlanta Forever. I mean, I wanted this to be the most colorful season yet. We were filming in the summer, so I pretty much wanted everybody to just be more vibrant.
Yeah, I felt
I
lots of different
thought,
colors.
yes. So I thought with this casting of season 6, it would be more of a fun season. Everybody just go do things or whatever. But of course, it didn't turn out that way.
Right,
But
right. Yeah.
at the same time, the promotion of it all, the studio I had rented out, the house I had rented out for the promos and stuff like that, I felt like I wanted people to see that everybody is vibrant. Because
Mm,
season 5, I would say, even though it was a really really good season, it was kind of dark. And
yeah.
so I thought that with this season, we're doing it in the summer. People are able to loosen up their
Mm,
clothes and things of that. Like we can see everybody just having fun for once. So that
yeah.
was the goal for season 6 of Chasing Atlanta.
Mm. Which is interesting because the topics were dark, and the fact that you went vibrant, it really even pulled me more in because I'm like, okay, well, what's behind the color? What's behind the
Yeah,
vibrant? What's behind each? Because each, I feel like each talent had their own specific color that they were kind of like going through too, as well with the promos and even the after shows that I seen and
yeah,
the color schemes. I felt like each of them had a special palette. A
yeah,
color, each color to the palette. I love that.
yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about that end part. So
Okay.
what made you decide like because like you said, not everybody got that part except for me with the closing
Mm-hmm.
and the ends of the bay. What made you decide to like give that little nugget away? I feel like that was kind of a love letter in
Yeah,
a sense.
it really was because I feel like every time I edit a show, I do it on Final Cut Pro. So every time you save a project or a video, you have the little dialogue box and you're typing in like what the episode
Yeah.
is, X, Y, and Z, and stuff like that. I felt like I wanted people to come into my world for a minute and see like, okay, you're seeing how the show is being, mapped out. You're seeing it, but let me show you just a little bit. Like this is a timeline. This is all here. It is like on this program here, and of course
Mm.
at the very end we save it and we bounce it out. I just wanted people to see like, okay, this is how we are doing our shows here. Like we're pretty much just editing it and pushing it right on out for everybody to see. So yeah, and it was kind of like a farewell to me. I was kind of emotional doing it. Like I had to do a couple of takes here and there,
Yeah,
but 6 seasons is a lot. So yeah,
it
yeah.
is. And so Orlando, we saw a little bit of little sneak previews of some casting cooking around. So I know you go give me a little tea, a little exclusive on that. Where is the status of Chasing Orlando? Where are you in that status for that
So
franchise?
Orlando is officially filming as of now. I'm actually going to go down there this weekend so I can kick it off some more
Okay.
and see how everything is going now that we have a full
Yes.
cast. I am hoping to deliver this show hopefully by the fall or the winter time this
I can
year.
smell it. The way that
Yeah.
your editing turnarounds be, I know that
Hey,
we gonna get it through.
you know it, you know it, you
Yes.
know it. So be on the lookout for that. But I will say that Orlando definitely has a very, very unique cast. So honestly, I cannot wait until you see it. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait either because baby, this recent season with Dallas, I know that with Dallas and Atlanta and everything, you gotta do a franchise of a competition. This talent is too good for them to not be in some type of little competition, little something,
You're
little
right.
discussions chat. We may need to have a confessions chat with some people who need to fix what they need. Maybe
Oh
I don't
yes.
know, but
Oh
your
yes.
talent is too good
Oh
for
yes.
you.
Absolutely. 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 So
Absolutely, and so.
we're definitely going to be it's more to come with the brand. I will say that.
So I would say my deeper question for you is your
Yeah.
family support. Like, was your family supportive when you were taking off this venture of doing your own thing, and how has your family support you since then?
So to be honest, my family is not really a supportive bunch of people when it comes down to what I do. My mom is the only one that pretty much I would say has my full support, which is why I lean onto her a lot when it comes down to the brand and when I need to vent or, stressed out or whatever. But even in the beginning, like before we even put out the first season, me and my mom was going through a rocky path with me just coming out to her. So I think that the show, I think once the season has wrapped and she actually came to the reunion I'm sorry, I'm seeing these comments.
I know, I'm like, the family
It's
feud. I'm
distracting.
like, that is good.
It's
That one
distract.
is good.
Right, that is good.
Yes.
It's distracting me. But with my mom, she was. I mean, in the beginning, she just wasn't supportive of her child because of the decision of being gay, right? So once she saw like the show and she saw the stories of Sky and Lyric and Akeem, Lauren, Cameron, Devon, once she saw those stories and she also came to the reunion and saw like how the cast was like getting emotional and here in that nature, she really opened up and she really wanted to, talk to me more about my own story.
Yeah.
So shout out to my mom for, changing. And yeah.
And you see how that relationship dynamic, you can see it in the shows and the scenes and the dynamics, because the biggest thing that I feel as a producer, and no shade to Hollywood, the reason why they be picking the wrong producers, or the reason why they don't have enough of us, is the reason because they don't know our stories, they don't know the right scenes for us to really interact of. And so why do you feel like it's so important for a show, especially whatever dynamic that it is, for a producer to care about the scenes and care about the stories that they are approaching or advocating for the talent?
Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to win. So I feel like we're all a family at the end of the day. I treat everybody honestly like family. I mean, of course, some family members you don't want to talk to one day, some family members you want to talk to every day. But we're all a family at the end of the day. Yeah. And I feel like it's very important for us to showcase our stories, but also, have those conversations, once the scene has wrapped, or, just be a listening ear, because they could really honestly be going through like, some tough situations. Mm-hmm. And we don't want them to feel like, oh, we're just using them, because that's not what we're here for. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is deep. Well, I want to try to get in some of these questions because we have a lot in store. So let's get into Justin Diego. So he said, curious, asking what made you decide Orlando?
So what made me decide Orlando, honestly, because of two things. One, because Orlando was close. And two, because I already knew somebody that could be a producer for that show. When it comes down to the shows, I'm very finicky when it comes down to like who I want in my on my producer side or my platform side. Because
Tell me about that.
Because I mean, I want to find the people that really honestly see the vision in how I see this platform. Like if you see how Atlanta is, I want to see that in other cities as well. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people would say like, I would get so many messages of like, come to Chicago or come to Charlotte, come to New York or New Orleans. But it's also like, who there has the same vision as I see my platform. Yeah. So that's why we're moving pretty slowly, because I'm having issues trusting people. But when it comes down to
quality over quantity.
Yeah. So when it comes down to Orlando, like I said, shout out to Zachary Floyd. I think he's still in the chat, but he is the executive producer of Orlando. He has helped me do Chasing Atlanta as far as like filming wise since I believe, I think since season 2. So it was just honestly just a win-win. I felt like it was just, perfect to bring him a part.
And so, okay. So before we dive, I'll have two of my last questions before we wrap. Now that you've seen that it has really taken off on the streaming platforms that we have on YouTube, if it were to go to TV film distro, where would you want it to go? If you had the money, I'm monopoly over here. The money is
what network can I see Chasing on?
Your wish network that you would want Chasing to be on. And why?
It's so many.
And why? And I'm not restricted watching it either. So you could take it to streaming too. You could take it to
Okay.
the Hulus and the Tubies and all them if you
Well,
want to. It's
I mean,
fair game.
honestly, I say just based off how it's edited and the stories and stuff like that, I would say it would have to be a Viacom network. It would have to be VH1 or MTV or even just Paramount Plus. Make it a Paramount
Okay.
Plus original, because I feel like there's no other network. I mean, maybe WeTV, but I feel like WeTV, and it's no shade to WeTV, but I feel like WeTV is just like let's just throw something out there type of network. But I feel like VH1 or hey, I'm sorry, just throw it out there. I mean, you see, but I don't.
I feel like it will go there for VH1, but working for VH1 in some cases, I feel like sometimes when it gets to the networks and stuff like that, at times you won't have the control.
Okay, you're absolutely
The
right, and
producer
that's my fear as well.
control.
Right, and that's my fear as well. Is like if chasing were to go on to a network or whatever, what would happen to me? Because like
Mm.
I pretty much have this vision of like seeing us, how we're seeing everybody now. But
Yeah.
it's like if they take a hold of it, what are they going to do? Are they just going to push me to the side and just run it themselves or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, so some people are saying BET Plus. Okay,
I
I would do a
can
BET
be.
Plus or Peacock. Would you consider Peacock?
I would consider Peacock. I would consider BET Plus too, because I
Because
feel like
okay,
BET
I would
Plus.
consider
I feel like
Peacock.
BET Plus. I feel like BET Plus is different from the original BET. Like I feel
Right.
like that's being operated differently because I
We're
can
not
tell
in
by
Tyler
the
Perry
different
world anymore.
right, and I
Right.
can tell that the different shows that they have out, like the newer shows, it doesn't give like okay, we can see this on BET cable network.
Mm.
So
And I would actually could see it on Peacock because from what I'm hearing, the Trader Show when Phaedra season this last season was on there
mm-hmm.
really stir some things up. So if you haven't seen the Traders,
Mm.
watch. Phaedra. The Phaedra this last season with Phaedra,
Okay.
she shook some stuff up, and that's what kind of made a lot of people start watching Peacock because of that show.
Got it. Okay.
Because I think they did a reunion in Traders. I think Cherie pops up.
Okay.
And they have a discussion. And I think they wind up get me if I'm wrong, whoever watched Traders on here, please get me if I'm wrong, but I think Cherie apologizes to Phaedra.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's in the sense, but I could see it on there because they're starting to put a lot of their juicy stuff there. I also could probably see it on Max.
Yeah.
I could see it on there too.
I mean, honestly, hey, any network,
Any network.
let's just say that. But I will say a Viacom probably fits what we do only because, like, again, I was more inspired by Love and Hip Hop and the VH1 reality shows for the Chasing Reality franchise. So, absolutely.
All right, and then anybody that has the last question on here, we'll put it on here. But my last question, we'll kind of do two because we got a little extra minutes. My question for you in regards to other genres as well, because I'm in the documentary world. Have you been interested in doing docu-style content or documentary?
So we do have one documentary on our platform
Okay.
that was actually EP'd by Markel. It was My Life Barbie Bank Road. It pretty much follows the life of Ariel O'Hara and her music journey as far as like her releasing her album. So of course like there was a lot of questions asked about like her upbringing,
Yeah.
her having conversations with her family. So I mean we have done that. Am I interested in doing something like that in Atlanta? Absolutely. I
Okay.
did reach out to one of my cast members from this past season of Chasing Atlanta. However, we're kind of pushing it back because I got a lot of other things to take care of first before we actually get into that. So, yeah.
And I guess for
And
my last question
exclusive.
I'm getting all the tea, okay? I'm getting all the exclusive. So for my last question for you, what is the future for Endario? Like, where do you see yourself? Like I know you got Chasing franchise in the bag. What is the future for you? Like, is there like
The
some new
future for
waves, some
me,
new skills, some new little interests that you have been interested in?
I would say the future for me is aside from chasing reality, is creating my own content. Because way before chasing reality started, I was on YouTube. I was, creating little reels or buying videos and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Way before, like, I was always on those platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to get back into that, maybe podcasting, maybe doing, interviews of my past cast members, kind of like how Carlos King is doing it.
Yeah.
Or even just, talk about the day-to-day life of being a video producer slash editor, things of that
I
nature.
would love to see that.
So yeah, like bring people more into my world so they can actually see, how is chasing reality being like control? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I feel like, for us as production, like they be like, oh, you never want to be in the camera. Like, nah, I mean, I do. I just ain't got the time.
that's what it be. And people say all the time, like, oh my God, you have the personality for it. You should be a cast member on your show. But it's also like, well, I mean, I got to produce the show too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see myself doing that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I don't think I want to be on, I can't see myself on, Chasing Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So,
really? You
no.
would see yourself on your own franchise?
No. I will leave that to everybody that wants to be a part of it. I don't.
Okay, well then give me the why. Like, why would you want to be on your own franchise? Hell, you produce the good shit out of it.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's just, I just like the storytelling. Like, I think I'm more of like a, a vlogger or like, just have a conversation.
I think that come on so we could battle.
No, Dominique, but okay.
I can see it. I need confessionals. I need your confessionals so I know your confessionals will be.
I'm just gonna be doing a lot of acting. Let's just say that. Because I was a theater kid. I was in performing arts, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of acting. So.
Well, I forgot to even ask this question. Accolades. So, from the franchise, has there been any accolades or awards that shows have gotten or anything? Let's take a look. Give me some explanation. MTV Cribs. Come on. Give me some awards.
Boss Babe Awards. We had what was this? Production Company of the Year.
Yes.
We also won Best Web Show of the Year. However, I lost that trophy when I was moving here to my apartment, so I don't know where it's at. Yeah. This was also from On the Way Up Entertainment, Devontae Lamont. He gave me the LGBTQ plus Reality Trailblazer Award.
Wow.
So I was actually, pretty emotional when I received it. I wasn't able to attend it, but when I received the picture, I was, of course, crying in my bed. This one I received from I Elevate TV. This is the Black Film Festival. This is back in 2022. I went to iPic, that's in Colony Square downtown.
Okay.
And they gave me the Independent Film Trailblazer Award. I was there with Jesse Small and some other people, just to name a few.
Wow.
Yeah. And this was also my recent one too from the Royal Couch. They gave me the Empowerment Award.
Ooh.
I won this back January 30th. Yeah, so that's my awards. And now I'm just waiting for my YouTube 100K, if we can hit it, so I can go ahead and put that one right on the wall.
Waiting on it. And so how does it feel like getting accolades and getting, the awards, the comments, when you go on live, there'll be like 10, 50, 11 comments that be rolling up like myself, giving you the love, giving you comments on the show. Like, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, it makes me feel amazing. Because, I mean, like, I never honestly thought, like, something like this would really happen for me. I mean, like I said before, I just honestly like creating content. Like I said in the beginning of this interview, like, I was making stick figures, like, on Paint, taking church CDs and just putting it all together on Windows Movie Maker to now actually doing reality, like, real people, their stories, and, editing it and filming it just, like, in the way of what you would see on, like, your TV now. So, I mean, it just honestly feels amazing. It feels like a dream. It really does. I will say that because I never honestly would have thought. I went to school for IT. Filming was always, film and being in that world was always something like a hobby or something on the side for me, but now it has become a business of mine. So I'm honestly just, grateful. Honestly.
Oh my gosh. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to the franchise. I will be tuning in because I know a new episode of Dallas is supposed to be coming this week.
And it's juicy. And it's
Wait, because
juicy.
this last episode with the birthday,
Yeah.
and everybody getting exposed, and JC getting upset and had to go outside for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I know it's gonna
Yeah.
get worse. And I feel
And
like because
crazy
I'm
crazy
watching
thing is I
17.
wasn't there for none of the stuff. This is all like Markel's direction. So I'm just like as I'm
Watching
editing
and
it,
editing.
right. So I mean of
Wow.
course he would say like of course he would, tell me what's going on and I'd be like, okay, wow, oh wow. But when I'm actually watching it back, it's like, oh, yikes. Okay. So sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. So I would say in one word, how would you describe this new episode coming? In one word.
Hmm. I would
Because the
say
last episode was a read.
it was.
Reading Rainbow.
I would
That's what it
say
was.
this one, I would say honestly, this one would be a gag for real. This would be a gag. Because I mean, think about how the Halloween scene ended with Jet Jeff and Astro's dynamic about, like I don't think you can rap, all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
It carries over. And I mean, you'll pretty much hear about that more throughout the season, but it gets like, it elevates.
Ooh.
So I mean, stay tuned.
Movie. Oh goodness. Well, it has been a joy to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Like, and Dario, call me. Like, if you need help with posts, call me.
Yes. You are
I'm gonna
locked
take your
in.
time,
You are
okay? I'm
locked
to the
in.
keys.
You are locked in. I really honestly appreciate this interview. I really, really do. Like, just for anybody that just want to know, like, my side of the whole chasing spectrum or whatever, like, I honestly just appreciate it. So thank you so much. I'm honestly humbled.
Oh,
I just smile all the time. So I just,
oh, thank you. Thank you
yeah.
so much. And thank you just for taking the time. Because literally, this was a slide in the DM, by the way. I just slid in his DM and was like, listen, I just want to interview you. And
I
you
still got
being able to
some
sit.
DMs I have to answer myself. I have
Oh,
a
special.
horrible time just reading the DM
Yeah.
and forgetting to respond. So thank God for Instagram read receipts being turned off now because it's not intentional. It's just, girl, I got other stuff I'm looking at. And
Listen.
here you come out of nowhere. Not you. I'm just saying, like other people coming out of nowhere. Like, hey, I got to do this. I want you to do this X, Y, Z. All this other stuff, and it's just like, okay, give me a
Well,
second.
listen.
So.
You will always have support with us at Queens of Production. We are cheering you on as always, and let us know if you need anything. And like we
Absolutely.
always say here over here and live, love, and create. But it has been a joy to talk to you again. If you want to take a look at this live, if your friend missed it or whatever, missed out on them, but we will have this uploaded on our page immediately and on our website. So just please make sure you have that on there. And where can they follow you and the Chasing Reality platforms?
Yes. So you can follow me at Ondario, Andarrio. Just do a simple Google search, type Ondario Abrams, and you will see everything of Ondario from Instagram, TikTok. You'll see my funny videos, things you probably would have never thought I would have do, all this other stuff. I mean, you'll see it all. Chasing Reality, you can find Chasing Reality through Instagram at chasing.rlty, on Twitter, Chasing RLTY, or YouTube, Chasing Reality.
Oh, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for your gems, your tips, and your story. It has been honored. We give you your flowers and cheering you on the rest of the way. So definitely, if you can tap in, this will be our last IG Live talk for a while because baby girl got to take a break.
I
But
know that's
we will
right.
tap
Take your
back.
break.
Listen, I need a break, but we will be back in the summer. Hopefully, we'll have more special guests and many things. We do have our mentorship program open. So if you are looking for a mentor with me, you can slide in my DM or go into my bio. We will immediately have the form and link for you to look at the mentorship and just follow along. It is due May 3rd, so you got a month to figure it out. But until then, hopefully, it has been a joy. Like, I'm literally going to slide in your DMs to figure out how we can follow up.
Okay. Hey, come on with it. Come on
Yes.
with it.
I was
I'm
looking at some of
ready.
that B-roll. I was like, listen, if you need some assistance in archival, I got you.
Hey, okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Listen, I literally been, how long have I been doing archival now? For like 2-3 years? That's why I've been like, the clearance and fair use.
Oh, yes.
I'm your girl.
Listen, I've honestly just started learning that stuff a couple years ago, so
Yeah.
I'm really taking this like serious.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is not, like I said, it used to be a hobby, like just something to do.
Yeah.
But then like probably after the, I want to say, no, probably the start of season 3 of Atlanta, which was 2019, that's when I knew, like, okay, this is a business now. You got to really take this serious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we've been doing every step of the way, just learning as we go.
Listen, I think that's how it is for us in the community, especially for Black people. Like, I
Yeah.
think since we don't really get the opportunities to get into Hollywood's door, we just got to figure it out and do it on our own. And you
Yeah.
have really done it on your own. You've built your own fan base. Hell, like, in the community's eyes, you already
It
got
just
yours.
came. Every single episode, it just started. Just the subscribers just coming. So I mean, I
Coming.
appreciate just everybody just being a support and just riding with chasing. Because I mean, hey, who else is doing it? So
Listen, who else? Well, thank you so much for everything. Audience, it has been a joy to do the IG Live Talks with you. And like we always do, make sure you stay supportive and connected and creatively active.
yeah.
We gonna talk later, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your evening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much again.
Yes, please reach out to me, please.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.